I was the biggest game runner in the world. All tips. I still hadn't taken a rake, and I still hadn't accidentally recruited members of a Russian crime syndicate.
This is Molly's Game. And outside of Rounders, it's one of the most prolific poker movies that's ever been produced. Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin and starring Jessica Chastain, the film follows Molly Bloom, a woman who ends up running the world's most exclusive high-stakes poker game during the height of the poker boom, eventually becoming a target for the FBI. But what's the real story behind the film? And who is the real Molly Bloom?
And they sent this terrifying guy to my apartment, and he put a gun in my mouth, which is something that you just never forget.
Before we dive in, thank you for checking out Poker Boom. We're trying out a new type of video here, so let us know what you think, and please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss when we release a new episode. In the glitzy world of high-stakes poker, Molly Bloom's name looms large as a woman who defied stereotypes and became a central figure in the underground poker scene. Her journey from a promising athlete to the mastermind behind exclusive poker games frequented by Hollywood's elite is a captivating story that deserves some additional exploration. Born on April 21st, 1978 in Loveland, Colorado, Molly Bloom was raised in a family with a strong emphasis on education and on excellence.
The second rule of his house is that academic excellence and athletic excellence weren't optional.
Can't be afraid of it, all right? Don't play defense.
She was a competitive skier with Olympic aspirations. However, an unfortunate accident derailed her skiing career, leading her to reassess her life's direction. Her academic achievements eventually earned her a spot at the University of Colorado, where she majored in political science. Molly's journey into the world of poker began innocently enough when she took a job as a bartender at the world-famous Viper Room after relocating to Los Angeles. The year was 2004. Darren Feinstein, one of the co-owners of the Viper Room nightclub, was approached by Spider-Man actor Tobey Maguire with a proposal to organize high-stakes poker games in the club's basement. Feinstein enlisted Bloom to oversee the players and manage the games. Her beauty, her charisma, and her intelligence quickly caught the attention of the players, and she soon transitioned into organizing and managing the games. Molly's ability to build relationships and maintain discretion made her indispensable to the high-stakes players, who included Hollywood A-listers, business tycoons, and even members of the Russian mob. In 2007, she established her own company, Molly Bloom Inc., specializing in event coordination and catering services, specifically for hosting poker tournaments.
I'll be hosting a game in this suite every Tuesday night. If you play tonight, you'll be guaranteed a chair for a year. If you'd prefer to play at the Cobra Lounge, there'll be no hard feelings.
Eventually, these poker games would evolve to take place in private residences and luxury hotels such as the Peninsula Beverly Hills, featuring stakes as high as $4 million. This exclusive poker scene attracted not only Tobey Maguire, but also a notable roster of affluent individuals, celebrities, and sports figures. Among the regular attendees were Leonardo DiCaprio, Macaulay Culkin, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Alex Rodriguez, Nelly, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, and even Phil Ivey. The stakes were astronomical, with millions of dollars changing hands on any given night. Molly herself earned substantial sums in tips and a percentage of the pots, amassing a small fortune in the process. Her rise to prominence was nothing short of meteoric, and she became known as the Poker Princess. But despite her initial success, Molly's world began to unravel. The glitz and the glamour of the poker scene came at a steep cost. The constant presence of drugs and of alcohol, coupled with the enormous amounts of money involved, created a volatile environment. Molly found herself caught between the desires of her high-profile clientele and the temptations of her own success. Her loyalty to the players led her to make increasingly risky decisions, including taking a percentage of the pot and skirting around legal boundaries.
And just as quickly, B calculated 2% of the pot and took it off the table. That was it. By just taking a rake in violation of U.S. Criminal Code 1955.
The 2008 recession led to a decline in underground poker games, prompting Molly to make a move in 2009. She settled into a high-rise apartment on the Upper West Side near Manhattan's Lincoln Center. It was here that she began hosting poker games in a private apartment at the newly established Astor Place, and also in suites at the Plaza Hotel. These games were equipped with sophisticated dealing setups resembling those in casinos and were run by women recruited from the exclusive nightclub, One Oak. But Molly had limited contacts in New York, and the underground poker scene was under scrutiny, leading to game relocations to Long Island. It was around this time that Molly started attracting wealthy Wall Street businessmen, but also less reputable gamblers whose wagers were notably smaller than those seen in Los Angeles. It was in 2011 when one of Molly Bloom's poker games in LA was forcibly closed due to a bankruptcy investigation related to a Ponzi scheme orchestrated by one of the players, Bradley Rudderman. Rudderman, who had participated in the game, had provided Bloom with money. Allegations arose that she had received $473,000 from Rudderman's bank to settle his debts, which caused her to be sued by the bankruptcy trustee. Then, on April 16, 2013, everything came crashing down when Molly was arrested and charged, along with 33 others, as part of a $100 million operation involved in money laundering and illegal sports betting. Preet Bharara, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, brought charges against 12 individuals for racketeering, while others were accused of money laundering, extortion, fraud, and running illegal poker rooms in New York City. At the time of her arrest, Molly was just 34 years old and faced a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison, along with 6 years of supervised release and a fine of $1.5 million. In May 2014, Molly decided to plead guilty to a lesser charge and received a sentence of 1 year probation, along with 200 hours of community service.
You are charged in count 20 with operating an illegal gambling business in violation of Title 18, United States Code Sections 1955 and 2.
During the sentencing, her lawyer explained that Bloom was in significant debt, which included forfeiting $125,000 in poker earnings as part of her plea deal. The assistant U.S. attorney acknowledged that substantial sums of money were wagered at these games, and that for a period her games were likely the most significant in New York City. However, he also emphasized that compared to many others who were charged, the government believed that Bloom played a relatively minor role in the operation, and recommended a sentence that did not involve jail time.
The men and women who work there will commit more serious crimes by lunchtime today than the defendant has committed in this indictment.
Today, Molly Bloom is married and living back in Colorado. She runs an initiative known as the Full Bloom, where she helps women get co-working spaces, as she is still just as passionate about networking. The lesson we can draw from Molly's story is one of ethical resilience. Success at any cost is not a sustainable path, and compromising one's principles can have devastating consequences. Molly's journey reminds us that while ambition and determination are admirable, they must be tempered with a strong moral compass. Molly Bloom's life is a remarkable story of ambition, of glamour, and ultimately of redemption. From her early struggles as an almost Olympian to her rapid rise in the poker world and subsequent fall, her journey showcases the allure and perils of the high-stakes world she inhabited. Her ability to reinvent herself and find redemption after hitting rock bottom offers hope and inspiration. Molly Bloom, the poker princess, defied convention and left her mark on poker forever. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for checking out the episode. And if you like this one, please make sure to leave a like and let us know if you want more episodes like this in the future. Thanks for watching Poker Boom. We'll see you soon.